Welcome everyone to German Tool Reviews. Today we have the Wera 967 SPKL/9 Torx L-Key set with part number 073599. This set is advertised as being used for security screws that contain a protruding pin whereby requires a bore in the Torx profile to turn the fastener. This is the retail version of the product. There is also a non-retail version that does not include the fancy box with part number 024335. Unlike the other Wera L-Key sets, this set is only available in the short form. This is fine since you shouldn't be putting that much torque on a security Torx bit anyway. You can use security Torx bits on regular Torx fasteners, but they will be significantly weaker and always have the risk of bending or fracturing them if you over torque it. I've never personally had that problem, but I've heard about security Torx bits breaking in some of the larger sizes when used with normal Torx screws. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing. The sizes included with this set are T8 through T40. We'll go ahead and take a look at the holder of this set before delving into the actual Lkeys. This is the standard Wera L-Key holder with a couple of improvements. I am surprised that the latch color is green on this set because this is the same color that they use for their standard metric hex set, but I suppose it is easy enough to tell them apart by looking at the ends. These are friction fitted into the holder. It can be a little bit difficult when you first get them to remove each of the keys. If you're going to be using them often, then getting the soft textile case may be a better option. The big upgrade to this small holder is the addition of a magnetizer and demagnetizer that can be used on the tips of the Lkeys. This is done via a magnet that is heat set within the plastic case itself. Magnetizing the tip can be done by sliding it across the depression on the holder marked with the plus symbol. It does look like you can independently magnetize each end of the same L-Key if you prefer only one end to be magnetized. Demagnetizing is done in a similar fashion, sliding the end through the slot in the holder marked with a minus. Pretty cool feature to add to the standard holder, and seems like it works pretty well. Now onto the actual Lkeys themselves. These are advertised as being Lkeys specifically for security Torx screws, but there are some limitations for a couple of these sizes. The first being that the two smallest sizes, T8 and T9, do not contain the bore for security Torx screws and are a standard Torx L-Key. I really don't get this since there are security screws out there that go all the way down to T7, so it's not like you'll never run into a T9 or T8 security screw. This is kind of misleading, and I probably would prefer them to exclude these sizes if they're not available with the security Torx feature. I also notice here that the long ends have a ball style for angle turning except for the three smallest sizes. My complaint here is not going to be the lack of the ball on the three smallest sizes, but an argument against having the ball at all on a set like this. Since you're going to be using this set for security Torx screws, the ball end would be useless and you'd be relegated to only using the shorter ends. Furthermore, I've run into cases where a security Torx screw was in a very deep counterbore, such that the short ends of the set would not have been able to reach it, and you would end up needing another set or a dedicated security Torx screwdriver. As much as I like the ball end feature on a regular Torx set, for this set it just doesn't make any practical sense. Actually, the only L-Key in this set that was designed the way I would have preferred is the T10. The T10 has a security bore on both ends of the tool, which is what I would have expected for all of the tools in this set. One more thing I want to point out on these is the actual profile of the bit. You will notice that there is a slight chamfer on the end of the short arm. Looking over all my other Torx tools, I did not observe such a bevel. I don't believe it is specifically related to the bore for the security screws, because I also have a set of VH Torx security bits with one of their pocket star sets, and it does not have the same bevel profile. I need to do a bit more investigation and testing to see if this actually adds any advantage, and it's currently out of the scope of this review. Wera also has a Torx profile they call Wedge that puts a very small 2 to 3 degree taper on the bit that's supposed to wedge the bit into the fastener for a better fit. I don't think this particular L-Key set has this feature because it's not explicitly advertised as such. Hopefully I will get a chance to look at these different Torx profiles in the future. I have really only run into one project where I needed a security Torx driver, and it just so happened to be the T10, which has the bore profile on both ends. Therefore, I used the short end to crack the tension and the longer end to spin the screw out. If this was any other size, it may have taken quite a bit longer to remove the screw, since I would be limited to using just the short end. The fit and finish of the drivers is really top notch, and I didn't see any manufacturing issues. If you are going to pick up this set, then I would do it with the understanding that the security Torx feature can be limited in some situations, such as when there is a long counter bore. You can of course use these on normal Torx fasteners. The ends with the bores in them would of course be weaker than if it were just a normal Torx profile without the bore. I don't anticipate any issues with breaking or twisting these, primarily due to the fact that they are the short form and you can only get a finite amount of torque out of them. I would have preferred to have a set that has security bore on both ends, but Wera does not currently offer such a set at this moment. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that look at the Wera 967 security Torx L-Key set. Check out the link in the description to the full review. There are also some affiliate links in the description if you really should pick any of these units up. Have a good week, and I'll catch you guys next time.